Hi, this is Tom Blodgett from Jende Industries. Today I'd like to talk about loading up our new color-coded Jende Nanocloth Strops with our poly diamond and CBN emulsions. We have 3 different sizes. They're color-coded. This is 4 micron, and this is 1/4 micron. You can see it's green. And we have corresponding acrylic strops. This is 3/4 inch acrylic strop with our nanocloth on there, and color-coded as well to match the labels. So it makes identifying the grids very easy. So we're going to jump to loading them up. Start with, the nanocloth is sealed when you get it, so we've got to open that up. We don't have to actually pour that apart, but... Okay, nice and clean. So we're going to take here is our 4 micron CBN. Again, the color coded, pink on pink. 4 micron. Again, the poly diamond, different size sprays. This is a 7 mil. We have a 25 mil and a 50 mil. So different sizes for whatever your application. So if you're using something like a 1x6 or a 2x6 or a 3x8, 210x70, then obviously a larger one's better for the bigger ones. So, okay, so you're starting off. Your nanocloth is black. So shake it just because. And you're going to pump till it gets some on there. Okay, it looks like a lot, but it's probably not. So now here you can get scientific. You can use something to spread it, like an old butter knife or something, or whatever, something clean, or your finger. We're going to get real scientific here. And you notice here how it's already just falling into the honeycomb structure here. It's already starting to like kind of dry out. So it's falling into that honeycomb structure. It's just getting sucked into the nanocloth here. See how fast? See, it's starting to bubble. That's just falling into the holes. So we're going to spread that out a little bit. And that was quite a bit already. So it takes on the first loading quite a bit. So spread it out. Get the edges, because you tend to use the edges more. Make sure you get that, and it really just soaks right in. Okay. Now, this is usually not enough. You would let it dry for a little bit, 10-15 minutes kind of deal. Ultimately, when you load it up a couple of times, this has been loaded twice. The first time just like that. The second time I put probably double the amount. It was just caked. And you can see where my fingers kind of spread and you left a little bit of trail. That's okay. The first time you use the strop, it's going to be kind of aggressive because all that stuff's sitting on top. But once you get rid of all that, then it kind of calms back down. After a while, it'll just smooth out and become more consistent. The first few times are really aggressive. So that's what it should look like later. So here, it's already kind of drying out. It's still a little moist. So just add a little bit more here. Okay. It's okay, it will dry out. Don't worry about the liquid part. The emulsions are kind of thick. Alright, see how it's now starting to stay on the surface a little bit more. It's nice and gray. So basically you get a nice even gray surface covering. Let that dry. It should dry a little bit longer in between. A good 20 minutes, a half an hour. I let this dry for about an hour, and it's ready to use actually. So it's still pretty dry. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment, let it dry. And how to use the strop now. So I've got my 1/4 micron here. I've got my Mike Martinez gigantic wedge straight. Again, this is 1/4 micron. It's labeled 1/4 micron. Nanocloth Ultra. Poly or CBN is up to you, but it's 1/4 micron nonetheless. So here basically, obviously you don't go into the strop. It's just like using a leather strop. So, and you'll notice that the feedback is consistent in both directions. Unlike other strops or other nanocloths or other weaves, this is not. This is just a honeycomb kind of thing. So, and you can use more pressure for more aggression. And then you can back off, especially on a straight. You can use less pressure for less aggressive. So it's actually quite a versatile stropping medium. So however many you want to do, but you feel that it's just smooth in either direction, no matter which way you're using it, even if it's going the other way. There's no, polarity to it. It's just the same, no matter what. Again, more pressure will get you more scratches, and less pressure will get you less scratches. So, really nice stuff. Same thing if you're going to be using a knife. Actually, if you come in on this a little bit, you can see the haze. You see the haze here? Getting that? That's just from stropping now. Right on there, and down here at the bottom as well. So it's, again, it's really thick down there. You just got to wipe that stuff off. But that's how much it was loaded. So after a while, you won't get as much haze. So they're very consistent, very even. And, I shave with this. It's very nice. Okay, Mike Martinez, by the way. Great guy. All right, so then if you want to go to your knife, same thing. This is my Mark Reich Precision neck knife. Same thing. Find your angle. A 1/4 micron's a bit much for this. But again, the medium is nice and large. You can hold it in your hand. It's big enough also that you could use it in a stone holder. It's the same size as conventional sharpening stones. So again, most importantly, that you can just identify it very quickly without having to wonder what grit it is by picking up and actually even looking at it. Green, 1/4 micron. Pink, 4 micron. Okay, just strop as usual. Again, as much pressure, as little pressure as you want. And the feedback is amazing. So just try not to cut the strop. All right, hope you enjoy. Thank you. Good sharpening.